Hello, this is Vex, and welcome back to Tyranny. You may recall in our last video, we actually spoke with Ebb for the first time. Unfortunately, we don't have the loyalty or the fear with her to actually learn the spell sigil that she teaches. Yeah, that's reputations. Oh, didn't see this, but the Veteran Guard's wrath is huge against us. And so's Barracks, as we did betray the disfavored. And we actually got his passive ability. Oh no, this is an actual selectable ability with Barrack. Powerful attack that traps nearby enemies in twisted spires of rock, petrifying them for a short time. That's pretty neat. And Ebb, of course, we got her reputation, her first loyalty ability, which we don't have access to because she's not in our party. We need to get her either to loyalty 4 or fear 3. It's easy to see which is closer. Alright, now, a couple episodes ago we ended up getting trapped on top of this spire after taking it over from the Veteran Guard. Now, there was this portal that was activated, which we told the Iron Marshal to go back to Graven Ash and say, thanks for the help, we're on our own now. But it's obviously not working. Well, let's actually go see what this center thing in this spire is, as it's obviously selectable. On closer inspection, a series of symbols carved around the base of the structure comes into view. One symbol with a blue-white glow. The pattern resembles the glowing tiles of light seen on the floor of Ascension Hall, moments before you found yourself transported above the clouds. As you stare at the symbol, the chill of the wind abates and your chest swells with warmth. The air finally feels welcoming, your lungs satiated at last. I'd be careful getting any closer. The whole tower is humming with energies that we don't understand. Lantry holds his quill poised above a sheet of parchment with anticipation. No, I didn't say back away. Let's find out what it does. Just be cautious. You staked your claim on the tower and everything in it. Whatever the sculpture is, it belongs to you. I feel dizzy. Do you feel dizzy? Barrack massages the brow of his helmet, causing a howl of grating iron to echo across the expanse. Now we can just ask if anyone knows what is this thing, or we can touch it. I'm kind of curious if anyone knows, specifically Lantry. The surface of the stone edifice trembles at your words. For a brief moment, the solid rock undulates. I have no idea what that word is. The same motion as a quiet pond rippling by rain, an echo bouncing back from afar. Your voice distorted and unfamiliar. Is this thing? Your voice, for a moment there, sounded like a song. Okay. The sculpture is once again still. There's a rush warrant through your body, a jolt of enervation, that I don't know that word either, that steadies your balance. A barrage of tactile sensation floods your mind as you feel footsteps and wind, but not in your face or on your limbs. A moment later, the flood of information begins to make sense. You are feeling the wind against the spire, and even the weight of your own feet, as if the spire was a second spine. Oh, cool! With the connection made, you feel your awareness pull from this place, not as traveler, but as one glimpsing the world from impossibly far away. In this moment, there's nothing you cannot see, though you see it nearly all at once, in a flood of sensation that is difficult to parse. You see a spire at the crossing of an ancient stone structure, two walls extending off to the distance. At the base of this spire, settlers and merchants act in every way unconcerned, toiling under the observation of unforgiving taskmasters. As the shadow of the spire falls over them, the mood changes. Settlers pause in a shared unease and look up at the sky, toward you. Ooh, interesting. Some of the faces looking at you are familiar, and you recognize this place as Lethian's Crossing, where you served during the war. Ooh. Near this settlement, built at the joining of the ancient walls, you see a breach in the mass of masonry, a cleft into the forbidden, hidden realm of the old walls. Okay, we can either drift closer to the spires, or drift into the old wall's entrance. I'm kind of curious what the spire has to say. The spire feels similar to the one you now occupy, though instead of radiating arcane life, it reeks of dust and crumbling stone. A branch withered, once pulled from its tree. It reaches for you with a barely perceptible tug. Oh, it sounds like that spire is calling us. At least that's what I take that as. Now we can drift into the old wall's entrance. Shadows envelop you, muting all sound and vision with slow delay. There's a feeling of perversion, of wrongness. Whatever arcane power is allowing your senses to drift free of your body seems to falter in this place. Figures haunt stone halls, drifting emanations of cloud, claw, and fang. They pay you no heed, but you fear them all the same. In the depths of this forbidden place, the deepest chamber is bathed in light. An arcane symbol illuminates the floor, though the details hurt your eyes when you focus. With a gentle tug, your focus pulls back to a new horizon, though it takes you a moment to recognize it as Vedran's well. You've returned to the awareness of your immediate surroundings. The effect leaves you unsteady on your feet. The link between you and the spire recedes. The arcane bond is still present, but the mystical energies for the moment are quiet. Your body flooded with excitement and fatigue. It's unclear whether this mystic connection is strengthening you or siphoning. The tower offers nothing by way of answer, and you know that asking would only yield more silence and mystery. The deluge of sensation is over, but the positions of the other spires still linger in your mind. From your vantage point atop the mountain spire, you can easily spot the mysterious structures, each of them rising high above their distant surroundings. Huh. Oh, the portal's active again. Did you sense that? Landry signs a long sigil in the air, squinting at you as he works his cantrip. The ripples are everywhere. When you move, the magic of this place stirs and churns. The portal over there, that portal over there, those burning braziers, they all glow more intense as you approach. I think it's responding to your presence. Before we get ahead of ourselves, it's worth remembering that you ended Kyrus' edict. That's no small feat. Maybe your connection to this place is related? Either way, sounds like something for the arcane-minded to investigate. Yeah, I'd say so. I got a new quest to investigate the spires and find your way to Lethian's Crossing. Oh, we have a missive, actually. Oh, from Bleden Mark. Oh, who's this? A new quest, Path to Power. Okay. Kid. It appears... Oh, got a new quest, the Voice of Kairos, too. Oh, well, we're supposed to go to Kairos' court. Tunon's court, sorry. Anyway, let's read the missive from this Bleden Mark. Kid, it appears you've gotten yourself into a bit of trouble. But was it treachery or merely a misstep? In the heat of combat, gut intuition is not infallible. I'll give you that. Of course, most do understand that they'll be little more than a warm splatter on the ground, should they decide to fight both foe and ally at once. Your saving grace is the spire's awakening, which has floored even the adjudicator. However, if you defy the Overlord again, the court will have no choice but to openly denounce you. I would caution you to tread more carefully should you truly wish to walk among the righteous and chosen. This path you now skirt is one of darkness and death. Will you keep closer to the light or the shadows, as they say? Choose correctly, or I'll be compelled to kill you, as I have slain countless detractors and archons before. Understand? However, perhaps most luckily for you, as an acting agent of the court, you still have a chance for redemption. Your penchant for mayhem has brought discord on our conquest and ired our allies. Should you become caught up by one of them, my guess is they'll have an interesting punishment awaiting you. Come to an agreement with Ash or Narat, and we will all rest easier. Don't hurry. If you'd like to live a little bit longer. Bleden Mark, Archon of Shadow and Court Blade. What is there's something unusual about the ink on this missive. We actually have two choices. We can hold the missive over candlelight or arrange a meeting. I'm kind of curious who this Bleden Mark is. Right click. Okay, Bleden Mark is Kairos' knife in the shadows, the unseen drop of poison that enforces the Overlord's will. He reports to Tunon the Adjudicator, serving in his capacity as the final word to those who hold Kairos' law in contempt. Few know the origin of the Archon of Shadows, or how Kairos maintains a hold over him. Those who anger the Archon never live past sunset. Oh, so he is Kairos' assassin, essentially. Now, I'm kind of curious. Since we have this option of holding the missive over candlelight, I wonder if that does anything. Oh. There's a hidden message in that message. Now, let's see what it says. Kid, you've got guts. I'll give you that. Of course, there'll be a little more than a warm splatter on your spire's floor if you defy the Overlord again, so openly. I would caution you to tread more carefully than should you truly wish to walk this path of darkness. Keep closer to the shadows, as they say, or I'll be compelled to kill you as I have slain countless detractors and archons before. Understand? However, perhaps most luckily for you, your penchant for mayhem has caught my interest. Come to Ashweld if you'd like to live a little longer. Mark. Oh. So it seems we have a hidden message from the court assassin of Kairos. I'm going to accept his advice because it doesn't sound like this would be a good person to anger. Okay. Now, before we head down, I'm kind of curious, does Ebb have anything to say based off what happened when we touched the spire? Ebb nods the approach and offers a curt bow.
What is it you need?
Oh, doesn't look like it.
I'm still amazed we survived the Edict of Execution. The Chorus may outnumber us, and the disfavored... What is it you need?
I have questions. No, it looks like she has nothing new to say. I was hoping that we would get something new to talk to her about, so we can hopefully get some more loyalty with her. Because we just need a little bit more loyalty to get her new skill. Okay, now we can go all the way down to Ascension Hall, the actual well, or we have a whole bunch of new areas to go. Oh, we could go all the way to Ashwell to meet with Bleden Mark. We can head... Oh, this is that sunset spire that's outside Lethian's Crossing, which we need to go to. And we also... Oops, sorry about that. Need to go to the Bastard City. Now, before we go there, I'm going to see if there's anything in the Ascension Hall that we can loot. As we now control it, it's probably cleared out. And it never hurts to get a little bit more loot. Now this Bleden Mark, I'm going to call him Bleden, the assassin dude. It's actually very interesting, as after all he is, well, an assassin. Understandable. But what's most interesting about him is the fact that he seems to blend in with the darkness. As well, that's little brief description told us. Well, we will get to speak with him
That wasn't
shortly.
so hard.
Ooh, what's this? A dagger plans research. I guess we'll be able to do some research in the future. And that's one reason I wanted to kind of look around. Because, well, you'll notice that the map has changed. Hey, what's this? It doesn't say. Guess we'll head there in a bit. We'll just continue to search over here first.
Have a look here.
Perfect. Ooh. Now, blue obviously means they're better. Like a lot of role-playing games. Hey, what's... sorcery, what does that do? Ooh, plus $3 magic spells. So that's actually worse than what we are wearing. What about Landry? Actually, that slightly gives him... oh, can only we equip that? No. This gives him an extra deflection. Oh, that's why. Looks like he's practically naked now. I kind of want to see. Where's armor? There it is. That armor we got is cloth armor. Oh, it gives him even more deflection and disengagement defense. But I think I'm going to see if they're better for verse, because, well, they're actually a little bit worse for verse. I was going to give them diverse because the ranged accuracy ability they give them, but, well, they're not better for her. So, we'll just continue. There was this weird thing over here. Well, looks like there are some things to loot in this room. Ooh, locked iron gauntlets, more plans. New Spire plan available. Well, we don't have a Spire Forge yet. Okay, anything in here? No. What about down in this one? Doesn't look like it. Okay, continuing looking around this, our new home, our new base of operations, I guess. Looks like there's nothing here, and we've already been over here. Oh, I guess we're done in the immediate area. It's just... oh. Never hurts to grind out some stuff. Worst case scenario, we get some loot, some trash loot to sell. Potions and another camping supplies. Camping supplies is nice because it lets you heal wounds and so on. And you refresh our unused, or once a turn, once a combat, once a rest, that's the word I was looking for, skills. You'll notice our banner is now flying over the Ascension Hall. It just shows everyone, this is mine, it's not yours. Is there anything we can loot over here? Oh, there is. So we'll go over here. This is actually where we came in. A bronze Dao sword. It's a one-handed sword. I wonder if that's actually better for Barrick. Let's find out. No, it is not. Alright. Well, we are set and done here. I say, before we go to the court, why don't we head to see what the assassin has to say. Oh, there's a chest we can loot here. I guess the disfavored left a few things. Water and a short sword. Not much. Because I'm kind of curious what the assassin has to say. He did have a special hidden message for us. Oh, that's the burning library. We got Iron Hearth. Oh, this is actually something interesting that I kind of alluded to in one of our last videos. As we chose to go out on our own, both here, Iron Hearth, and this place, Cockphony, I'm probably butchering that, are both not available as locations that we can travel to. They are the disfavored and Scarlet Chorus main camps in the tiers, respectively. As you can imagine, they will attack us on sight if we go there. Probably not a good plan to go there unless we absolutely have to, which we don't have to. And, well, looks like we might have to go to the Burning Library eventually, too. It's kind of interesting. Well, let's go meet this Graven Ash first and foremost. Not Graven Ash, sorry. Bleden Mark, or Merrick. Assassin dude. Hopefully we'll get there without getting into a fight. Oh, or not. Sorry, needed a drink. A thick wealth of smoke is visible from the road across, coiling into the sky from behind a charred hill. Few distant cries break the stillness of air for a brief moment. You follow the ashen trail to its source and spot a crowd of villagers surrounding the smoldering remains of a burnt house, somber and grave. Alright, we can confront them and demand an explanation, or just keep going. I'm going to confront them and see what's going on. The smell of burnt flesh assails you as you approach. A haggard-looking woman notices you and gasps, gathering up her soot-covered skirt in her hands as if ready to flee. You see a dozen other men and women with her, faces gaunt, skin cracked, and dusty from ash. Okay. You demand an explanation, and the woman admits that the village gave shelter to 4 sages, a decision that she considered foolhardy, fearing reprisal from the chorus patrols or disfavored scouts. She barricaded the house's only door and set fire to the building while they slept. The group isn't of one mind. Some remain quiet, while others call her a murderer. The argument intensifies momentarily before you let out a shrill whistle to silence them. The villagers turn to regard you, their fates in your hands. Okay, we can thank the woman for her service and spare some rings. We can execute the woman for illegally destroying potential war assets. Or we can torch the entire village for being complicit in these murders. Ooh. Well, either way, this woman is going to be killed. Either we do it, if we don't help, the villagers are probably going to kill her, or we can burn the whole town down. I'm going to thank the woman. She did perform Kairos' will. I'm going to give her some rings to help her. Takes her a moment to register your gesture, half expecting that you might hand her a blade instead of the rings. She thanks you for the rings and asks you to wait a moment, rushing momentarily to the rear of the burning building. Oh, we got some items, a scroll, and some favor with the Scarlet Chorus. Kaler's cap. Okay. Returning with a partially burned satchel, she pushes it into your arms, saying it's the late sage's possessions, things best entrusted to a Fatebinder. Several villagers shake their heads and glare at her, but say nothing as you depart and return to the road. It's interesting that we got some favor with the Scarlet Chorus for that. But, well, she did Kairos' work. The sages were deemed bad. I didn't say how much money we gave her, though. Well, we're going to continue on to Ashweld here and now. See what this assassin has to say. Oh, this place is interesting. Oh, looks like this is the right... Oh, he appeared out of nowhere. How did he do that? Oh, what was that? I didn't get to read what it said. Lines of color emerge from the darkness. What at first appears a vaguely human stain coalesces into focus. Bleden Mark, Archon of Shadows, emerges from his medium. Large strands of white hair crown his head, toiling down to his shoulder blades, where the white hair loses shape and definition, becoming a shadowy mist. His red face paint and orange tattoos are the sole patches of warm color on his otherwise dark ebony skin. Oh, he sounds rather intimidating.
The Archon of Shadows. Ready for battle. For anything.
Barrick raises his weapon, bracing with his shoulders squeezed together.
Fatebinder. Been a while since you saw me, but not since I saw you.
Oh, he's been keeping tabs on us. The Archon clears his throat, folding his arms across his chest, with his hands resting above the brandular of knives girded across his midsection.
Think before you speak next. I'd hate to have to kill you.
Oh. Now we can ask him what does he want. You can be blunt. I got your message. Ask him, did Tunon send you? You can glare silently at him, or just draw our weapon. How about we settle this? Well, one thing that wasn't mentioned is Bleden Mark actually works closely and actually directly under Tunon. Just like Karn worked under Graven Ash, and Siren works under the Voices. But I'm going to ask, or say, I got your message.
I saw what you did at Ascension Hall. You were right to take matters into your own hands. I can't believe the audacity of Ash and Narat, squabbling while an edict looms overhead, endangering all their vassals. You were right to treat such infantile antics with justice, raw and bloody.
Well, glad he agrees.
From where I stand, I would say you chose wisely. Why cater to the whims and agendas of questionable friends? Why whore your power for the approval of others?
Whoring our power.
Allies are just enemies with great patience. Free yourself of such distractions and make your own way.
Okay, we got a few options, of course. So, what are you suggesting I do next? Why are you so interested in helping me? Can I ask him, how can I trust you? Make my own way? What exactly do you mean by that? Or, I'm not interested in whatever it is you have to say. Well, I'm going to ask him, how do we know we can trust him?
You say it as if you have a choice.
Oh. He shrugs without further elaboration. Well, he's not going to be any more forthcoming with that. I'm kind of curious what he means by make our own way, though. So I'm going to ask him, make my own way. What exactly do you mean by that?
Aside from the merry band you have following you, you're not exactly crawling with friends at the moment.
Yeah, that's an understatement. And even Barrick doesn't exactly like us right now.
You could keep to this lone hawk routine, but the other Archons will be hunting you. Or you could maybe accept a little help from the shadows, grow strong enough to hunt them back, and live to see the next several hundred years.
Several hundred years? How are we going to live several hundred years? But why is he interested in helping us, I wonder? Let's ask him.
Boredom, maybe. Old scores to settle. Plus, you're a member of the court, even if in questionable standing. That makes you family, of a type. Of course, I plan to use you to accomplish a few things I want done. Anyone who says otherwise lacks initiative or honesty.
He's blunt, but not wrong. I mean, both Grash and the voices are definitely going to want to kill us. Probably take our spire if they can. And we don't exactly have many friends. 5 if you include... No, 4 if you include... No, I was right the first time. 5 if you include Barrick. And, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 4. Vex can't count. Alright, now, let's ask him what does he suggest?
If you really want your freedom from Tunon and the others, you'll need to become something the Archons cannot obliterate without breaking a sweat. There are a few relics around the tiers that, if they wound up in your hands, might give you a fighting chance.
Well, what can stand out to an Archon, though? Will these artifacts really help? I wonder.
The Burning Library holds a very important treasure, the Silent Archive. There's much the sages do not know, but all that they know should be contained within the archive. Retrieve it, and in so doing, end the Edict of Fire.
Oh, end the Edict of Fire. That would be a interesting feat, actually. Now, got a few choices. Can ask him, and after that, why should I break the Edict? How does one break the Edict of Fire? Can use our subterfuge to say, you're telling me to go grab a book full of criminal teachings? Think I'll fall for that setup? Or, finally, I assume the Silent Archive is a book or a scroll of some sort. I'm going to ask him, what does he plan after that?
Assuming you don't get yourself charred to a crisp, meet me here again after, and we'll discuss what comes next.
Okay, I guess that's all we have to ask him there. We can glare at him, say farewell, or try to ask some questions. I'm going to try and ask some questions. Well, make it quick. Okay, now knowing from the past, from my past playthrough, you don't have much time to actually ask questions. Not sure if it's 1 or 2 or maybe even 3, but I do know it's not all of these. Let's ask him what he gains from ending the Edict of Fire. Nothing, aside from confirmation that I can trust you with difficult tasks. If that's what you want to believe, of course. He grins. You can ask him, you've known me for decades, and you don't trust me. So you're sending me into a fiery death trap to cull me if I'm useless. Or a lot of fire in that library. Probably not a lot of shadows for you to use either. Ooh, that's a good one. Might go there. You can flat out say you just want the Silent Archive for yourself. I'm not going to go there. Or I want to ask you about something else. I'm going to go with that not a lot of shadows bit. The Archon of Shadow clears his throat with a grimace. Oh, we gain favor for that one. Well, yes. Aren't you observant? The Burning Library is not the sort of place where my gifts can be used to their, fullest advantage. Now, we can continue on asking him questions. I think I will. I'm going to say, you've known me for decades and you don't trust me? Do I look like an idiot? I've known the voices in the rot for centuries, but I know better than to trust him. Yeah, based off our limited dealings with the voices, I wouldn't trust him either. Now, I should say, so you're just sending me into a fiery death trap to cull me if I'm useless. Oh, we gain favor for that again. Yes, actually, that's entirely what I'm doing. I need to test your mettle before I know what I can and can't trust you to do. Okay, I'm not gonna provoke him and say he wants a Silent Archive for himself. I want to ask him about something else. Maybe another time. You're too curious for your own good, kid. I'll see you later. For now, take this. Think on it. His right hand darts forward, and a sharp pain rips through your rib cage. Your first thought is that you've been stabbed, but when you grab for the wound, it's only his fist you feel, gripped tight, folded parchment tucked between his knuckles. You take the parchment, and the Archon finishes the hand off with a shove. Oh, we got a sigil. Cool. Run along, yeah? And try not to get killed. Huh. Well, that was certainly interesting. Oh, and we got another missive from Tunon. I think I'll read this real quick. Things fall apart. Fatebinder Vexx. I have received word that your former allies have rescinded your welcome amongst their camps. Assuming this treachery and sedation accusations of treachery and sedation hound you. I receive daily demands that I hold you accountable with a public trial and execution. I have assured all that I would investigate these claims thoroughly. Be warned that we all inevitably answer for our choices. You are no exception. In the meantime, I understand that Bleden Mark has taken particular interest in you. I trust there's no need to illustrate the implications of his attraction. Woohoo! We actually got a couple of new or updated quests with Bleden Mark. Go find the Silent Library. And what's this Weight of Ages? Petition Tunon. Oh, yes. Yes. If you remember in our couple episodes ago, Beric wanted us to talk to Tunon about getting him out of his armor. What's this Stirring Visions? Oh, just investigate the other towers. Okay. Now we're here because we have the Edict of Fire. We're by the Burning Library. But I am going to end the video here. In the next video, I will start us out right in the Bastard City, as, well, I think it's a good idea to go try and get at least the court offer back, and maybe even get a little bit of heat from the disfavored and chorus off our backs as well. No guarantees there, but you never know. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you guys have a great day.